Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Awhobiwoma. Thank you so much for all the love that you showed on the other videos. I've seen your comments, I've seen your likes, and guys, we are already on 100 plus subscribers, so thank you very much for subscribing. If you're new here, you're welcome. I'm a Nigerian who lives in Wroclaw, Poland, and I film about my experiences, my faith, my lifestyle, and every other thing in between. So please subscribe, please share, please like. So in today's video, I'm basically going to be talking about the essential things you need while here in Poland. So I'm just here to give like a newcomer starter pack for a foreigner who has found themselves in Poland. Either you came for school, work, or whatever reason you came for. So that is what this video is going to be all about. So let's jump right into the details and the gist for today. So the reason why I decided to put out this list and why I'm doing this video is because when I first came, I had some difficulty trying to blend in or finding the right applications or the right things that I needed to be able to navigate through Wrocław. So I have made up a list. I'm going to be looking down a lot of times because I've written down stuff in my notes. So I'm going to be looking down just to remind myself of the points. So point number one would be application. So your essential applications you need for survival in this country. Number one, most important application, I'm going to be talking about your navigation applications, because when you come at first, the road network and everything it's a bit confusing. But with applications like Yagdo, Google Maps, so these two applications would really help you, because you could just fill in where you're going and it will tell you exactly how long you would be on that bus or train or whatever form of transportation you intend to use, and it will also tell you how to navigate. So the way Yagdo works is it works real time, so you just input whatever location you're going to and where you're starting from, and it tells you where and when, and if the bus has a delay, it also lets you know. So this is one important application for navigation that you need. Another one would be translation applications. You really need translation applications. If you're a non-Polish speaker, obviously you do not understand or you do not know how to read the language, you need a translation application. So the one I would recommend is the famous Google Translate. So you just type in stuff, but sometimes they are probably you couldn't recall all the letters in the word you're seeing, or someone is saying something and you can't get it. The Google app. So this Google app would help you with image translation, voice translations. That app helped me so much. I remember this one time they had posted this notice in my hostel and in my dormitory, sorry, and I did not know what exactly it was. So all I needed to do was just point out the app on the picture and it gave me the exact translation of what I needed. So this is an essential app for you. So next thing I will be focusing on would be online shopping. I love online shopping. So if you're like me who doesn't, in short, when you're coming in newly, you really don't know where to shop. So one place I would recommend is allegro.pl. So allegro.pl. You just need to open up the website and try to find whatever you're looking for. Another thing I would like to add is, if you're not a Polish speaker, please try to make sure that your Google Chrome or whatever browser you're using automatically translates the text in the website to English, so that way it would help you a lot. But also there is something to note. There are some websites that when you automatically translate, you don't get all the features, so you also have to take note of that. For grocery shopping, you could go to Auchan. Auchan offers so much. So at Auchan you could get like very affordable stuff and in wholesale if you want. There's also Selgros, but then Biedronka also does very well with grocery shopping. And then there's always a Żabka. Żabkas are always, I don't know how many kilometers apart, but there's always a Żabka somewhere around, so try to look out for this as well. In Poland, on Sundays most shops do not open, so Żabka opens on Sunday. So on Sunday, where you need to quickly pop into a shop and pop out, you could try to use Żabka. Another thing to also note would be your weather application. So please keep it handy, because weather is, sometimes the weather is funny. There are some days that you see everywhere is bright, but there's a chance of rain or whatever changes in the weather. So it's also good to always check your weather app before you dress up and go out, just in case something happens and you're not properly dressed for whatever weather is out there. Another one to talk about would be job sites. So a lot of people would want to look for jobs. So the most famous job site is prasuye.pl. You also have OLX. You also have LinkedIn. So just step up your profile on LinkedIn and just apply for jobs. You could also use Glassdoor as well. Like when I came, I turned on my notifications for almost all the job sites I could find my hand on. So yeah, this is also one important thing. For Africans coming to Poland, I know you would want some African supplies. So thankfully, there are in most cities we have like African shops. For Wrocław, I will just speak for Wrocław because this is where I live. So in Wrocław, we have an African market, tropical market on Facebook. And also there is this shop, it's called Little India. You can get a lot of things there. So these two shops I highly recommend for Wrocław. For other cities, I really do not know so much about their African shops. Well, I believe that they have African shops there. So for clothes, shopping for clothes at a cheaper and affordable rate, Sinsay is your go-to. So we have Sinsay, we have LC Wakiki, we have H&M, and we also have New Yorker. So these shops, they are affordable for a newcomer who doesn't have a job and you have a little money to buy whatever. So you could try these shops. They work for me, at least that's where I shop. Another thing I would like to point out would be tickets. So your tickets for your trains and your tram. Oh my god, I will tell you a funny story. So here in Wrocław, you have these ticketing machines outside. So when you pay, you get these small tickets. So I never knew. For the first 2 weeks when I came, I would normally pay for these tickets, take out the ticketing tool, and then I would just sit on the tram and not do anything until I found out that when you buy those tickets, you need to there is a machine on the tram or on the train or on the bus, that you have to clock it. So you need to put the ticket and make sure you hear the click sound before that ticket is valid. So that's one thing. Student discounts is what I'm about to talk about now. If you're a student, you're in luck because there are a lot of shops and a lot of opportunities for 50% off or whatever percent off on your legitimatia. Legitimatia is your ID card, your student ID card. So there are some shops for food that you could go to some restaurants and they actually give discounts for being a student. You just have to ask. When I found out about this, I started to overuse it. Like I would go to a store or a shop and I'm like, I'm a student car. So you have to find out if this shop offers discounts as a student. So restaurants, for tickets, I would advise that you buy in bulk so you could pay for 6 months, so you just forget about it. 6 months with your student discount is awesomely cheap when compared to buying every single day. So I would advise to buy in bulk with your student card or your urban card. But I had put my payment on my student card. So when I'm carrying my student card, it's like this is everything. My ticket is on it. I have to show that I'm a student with this card. So it's very important to have this. For the buses, as I was saying, there are different stations. There are stations that have NZ, or they call them systemic nazondania. These are stops that you must press, like you must demand to stop. So there are some times where I had been on the tram and I had passed my stop because I thought the bus would automatically stop there. So if the stop you're going to is an NZ, they usually have the NZ just beside it. So if this is a Nazandania stop, you need to click on the stop button on the tram so the driver knows that there's someone who wants to get down. Another thing again, when it comes to tram and transportation, is normally the opposite station, the returning station is always on the opposite side of where you drop off. So if you drop off on this side, just try to either look forward or backward, but on the other side of the road, you would find the station. So when you're going back to wherever you're coming from, you have to cross to the other side and find the exact station. With Yagde, you would definitely know where to stop. So that's another thing to notice. Language. In Poland, knowing or understanding Polish is a survival skill. It's something that you need, because you cannot come to someone's country and not at least try to know or understand, because you would get lost. So I would advise, try to know the basics. Like, Polish is a difficult language to learn. I've tried and I'm still trying, but you keep seeing me on my vlogs, I keep pronouncing things wrongly, but I'm honestly trying. So please try to learn the basics. I mean, good morning, hi, hello, my name is, I'm going here, I'm from here. I don't speak English. This is the first one you need to learn. Or do you speak English? So these are very basic things that you should try to learn. And overall, just try to learn the language. If you have Polish friends, this would really help you, because if you're rolling with someone who speaks the language, definitely you would try to learn, or to rub off on you somehow. So this is important, to learn the language somehow. School. So for students who would be coming to Poland, this one is for you. I had a hard time when I came trying to integrate into the schooling system. I will talk about it in another video, but my advice is, here the classes change. They have even and odd weeks. I really do not have, I would explain in another video the whole even and odd week arrangement, but it's important for you to know that your timetable will change according to even and odd weeks. So what I did was, I synced my school calendar, my school timetable, to my Google, to my calendar. So automatically when there's a change, I always get a notification on my phone to know what time my class is, where the location is, and what teacher is taking what. So this is important. Please sync your class schedule to your calendar, and take note of the even and odd week changes. YouTube, you have to sleep on YouTube, because basically you're probably coming from a different academic system, and you're coming to blend in here. So you would need all the YouTube tutorials that you can get. Try to find whatever suits your vocation, and just try to learn on YouTube. I was sleeping on YouTube, just trying to learn codes, and just trying to learn things that were softwares, and things that were helpful to my course. For free articles and textbooks, or journals, or whatever, you could go to b-ok.cc. This is very important as well. You can download for free, so this is important. For news, I already mentioned that it's good for you to put your Google Chrome or whatever browser you're using automatically on translate to English. So if you have that done, then you can always get news. But for Wrocław, in Wrocław here, there is this awesome website called Wrocław Uncut. They put news in English, and they put all sort of, like, it's a very lovely website. If you're in Wrocław, please try to check it out. I check it out. So yeah, Wrocław Uncut has like news. For networking, which is also very important, as someone who is coming to a new city, I've been told that once you just go on Facebook and you search whatever cities you are in, you search the city and you put expats, you would get it. Like for Wrocław, we have Wrocław Expats on Facebook, and it's a remarkable networking place. You could just type whatever question or whatever, someone would answer. It's just a place where you have like collective people from different places in Wrocław answering questions, or just sharing whatever. So this is important. Another thing is also to look for your country's community. Like in Wrocław, we have Nigerians in Wrocław. This is a Facebook page. You can find Africans in Poland, or whatever country you're from. You could try to search. Probably people from your country have set this up, so this is also important. Another thing to also take notice of would be your chargers. So when I came to Poland, I came with the US charger, and in Poland, in Europe, this is the chargers that they use. So if you're coming with a 3-pin charger, you need to buy an adapter. So please do not forget it. It was really helpful if someone had told me this in time. So yes, so you would need that. Another thing would be to rent a flat. Now, this is a hustle. So actually try to get an apartment is a hustle, but thank God for Facebook Market. So you can go on Facebook Market and try to find accommodations or house listing in your area. You could, I think there is Rent a Flat. There are different sites. So please try to use Facebook. Like here, they are very big on Facebook. There are a lot of people that I know that weren't so active on Facebook, but when you come to Poland, you just have to try to activate your Facebook because there are a lot of things happening on Facebook in this side of the world. So yeah, Facebook market is very important as well. For my hair, I know you like my hair. Yeah, I changed my hair because this is winter, and in winter, as an African, with the kind of texture of hair that we have, we cannot be carrying our natural hair around because the weather is really harsh on your hair. So it's good for you to make braids to protect, or make protective styling, or whatever protective styling that is out there for you. You could just try this on. That way you're protecting your hair. So all through winter, your hair is supposed to be covered up in protective styling so you do not end up breaking your hair. To get the attachment, you could also find this in the African shops like I mentioned before. So for now, I think these are all my tips. If there's anyone I've forgotten, I'll probably put it down in the description. Also, I got this awesome link when I first came. It's like a student's guide to Wrocław. I would add it in the description box. It has everything. It shows you hospitals, tourist sites, and everything, even bars, clubs, whatever fun activity you want, it's also there. So I'll add it in the description down below so you could try to open it. It's on a Google Drive and try to just figure yourself out if you're coming to Wrocław. For other cities, I'm sorry, I live in Wrocław, so most of the information I have is for Wrocław, but hopefully, I hope that these tips I've given to you, I know that somehow they cut across a lot of areas, so I hope that they would help you in whatever city you decide to come to in Poland, or you're living in Poland. So guys, that is everything on my list. If I remember anyone, I would update it in the comment section. So thank you very much for stopping by. Please do not forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, like, share, comment. If there is any other tip that you have, you could just put it in the comment down below, and for someone else who is in need of it, you don't know who might need it. So thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.